21, we're going to open up the home drawing again. Under the View tab, select the Snap Name view. So, let's see if I don't have to close them out. Open up the Snap Named view. And then, draw a line between the midpoints of line 1 and line 2. And then what is the delta x of the line you drew? Alright, so we're going to, I'm going to hit L for line, the midpoint. Again, make sure that you get the midpoint snap, which is a green triangle. So the midpoint of this line to the midpoint of this line. I'm going to press Enter. Then I'm going to select this line and the delta x. So we're going to put 26.11. 26.11. 26.11. Next. There we go. We're on a roll. All right, for number 22, we're going to open up the home drawing. And then once we're in the home drawing, we're going to go to the view that is named Small Line. So I'm just going to open up this again, Home. We're going to go to the view, named view that is Small Line. And there's nothing here. So we're going to draw a closed polyline starting at point 1010, moving clockwise, using absolute coordinates to create a polygon by typing in all of the given points in the order below. So we're gonna create a polyline starting at point 1010, and then our next point is going to be at 1517. So I'm gonna go to polyline. I'm gonna type in the coordinates 10, 10. Our next point, I believe, is 1517. So I'm gonna type in 15, 17, enter. Our next point is 2518. So 25, 18, enter. And then our last point that we need is 2813. So 2813. And then I can just hit C for close. So there's our polygon. And then it says, what is the length of the closed polyline? So if I click it, and then the length is going to be down here. So 42.73. 42.70. Wait, I didn't type it in. It helps if I type stuff in. 42.73. Hit next. There we go. All right, number 23. We're going to open up the home drawing, and then we're going to open up the dimensions named view. So I have the home drawing already open here. I'm going to go to the dimensions named view. And then it says I'm going to look at an angular dimension. Place an angular dimension on the object using line 1 and 2. And then what is the value shown? So I'm going to go to my dimension here. My dimension, I'm going to click here, go to angular. I'm just going to select one of these lines, this one. And you can see it says 30 degrees over there. So I'm going to go back here. And here I'm just going to type in 30. And go to next. There we go. For number 24, we're going to open up the home drawing. And then we're going to change the print setup to ANSI Expand B 11 by 17 paper size. So we're going to open up the home drawing. And I already have it open here. But let me just, I'm going to close out of it and open it back up. So I make sure that I get a fresh copy. Open it up. We're going to go to the print settings, right? So prints, I'm going to change the paper size to ANSI B Expand 11 by 17. And then it wants us to find out what is the units. This is what is the units value within a plot scale section. The units value in the plot scale section, so here's a plot scale section. The units value is 385.5. So I'm going to go 385. So notice how I need two numbers here according to this. So I'm just going to put a 0 on the end so that kind of configuration matches. Hit next. We got that one correct. All right, so let's go on to the next one. My computer's running slow. It's thinking about it. Oh, here we go. Question 25 of 30. Let's just, we don't have to open up anything. Which of the following features allows you to create a rounded curve with a specific radius between two existing lines? So a rounded curve would be a fillet, because a chamfer would be like an angled corner. Not extend, not join. So a fillet would be the answer to that one. Let's go on to the next one. Using the move command, you decide to move an object using the coordinates at 12, -4. In this scenario, the value 12 represents, that's going to be the x direction. The horizontal distance from the object's starting point, the vertical distance, okay, so the at means it's relative, so it's relative to its last position. So that one's going to be the horizontal distance from the object's starting point. That's going to be this one here. Yes. Hey, when that box pops up. All right, question 27 of 30. Which feature do the icons in the image below represent? Shape tools, geometric constraints, cursor restrictions, object snap modes. So these shapes, if I go up to my drawing, you can see, I'm going to cancel that. If I go to my object snaps here, you can kind of see those shapes here. Some of them look familiar. So those are going to be, the shapes are, those are going to be the object snap modes. And then go to next. All right, number 28, it says, which of the following properties cannot be changed for every object on a layer using the by layer option? So we have color, line type, thickness, transparency. If I go to my drawing here, and if I click on layer properties, you can see that color, you can do it by layer, line type by layer, line weight by layer, transparency by layer. Thickness, you have to just give it a number, right? So it's the answer to that is gonna be thickness. So we're gonna choose this one and hit next. And there we go. All right, we're getting close. So question 29, it says, what type of dimension is shown in the image below? So it gives you a circle and then it gives you dimension. So this one is kind of a trick question, I think, because what the dimension that they're giving you is a diameter of the circle, but the type of dimension is not, it's not a diameter. It's not a radius. It's going to be linear. If it was a diameter dimension, it would have an arrowhead, a leader would point to the circle itself. So this one is going to be linear, even though it's giving you the diameter of the circle. I don't know if that's confusing or not. So linear. Next, got that one. Continue on to the last one. Which of the values in the image below must be changed so that the block is not distorted upon insertion? So, not distorted. So, I would say it's going to be which of the values, and it's going to be when you bring it in, the scale, the insertion point Z value, the scale X value, explode must be selected, the rotation value angle. So I'm going to say the scale X value. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. So we have completed this practice exam.